So I was playing Dead Space 2 recently for the first time. I played through Dead Space 1 in the remake, a couple times, but I'd never actually played the second game before. And honestly, you don't really hear people talk about the second game anymore. Like, people talk about the remake, obviously, because it came out only a couple years ago. And by proxy, people talk about the first game because of the remake. Right? And people sometimes talk about Dead Space 3, I guess, because it's, I'm playing that one right now, and, buddy, it's looking kind of rough. But I don't hear people talk about Dead Space 2 very often anymore, despite, many people holding it as, like, the best in the series, by far, like, the greatest one. And to be honest, where's the lie, right? Like, this game was fucking sweet. Bro, it took literally everything about the first game that was awesome. The atmosphere, the fucking psychological story, the combat just feeling insane and awesome with like dismembering limbs, stomping corpses and shit. The puzzles, the everything, the exploration, it took everything and ramped it up to fucking 11. It's so good. It's honestly a shame that Dead Space Remake didn't sell as well as EA wanted to, because fuck's sake, I mean, Dead Space 2 Remake, if they held the course for what they did with Dead Space Remake, in that they kind of just like took the game, expanded a few areas, like changed a few things around, but largely it's the same thing. Like, if they took 2 and did that, oh buddy, I feel like that would have been insane. But I'm not one of these people who's like, please remake the game. Like, it doesn't really matter if a game gets remade or not, because like the original is there forever and always. But anyway, where do I even start, bro? From the very beginning, from Jump Street, this shit is just awesome. Like, it's just straight into the fucking action, bro. You're Isaac in the fucking like mental ward of this of the sprawl. Shit's going crazy and you just have to survive. And oh my god, like the whole atmosphere of the game. Dead Space 1, like that game is sick, but I feel like it gets a little stale just being on the Ishimura. Like areas start kind of blending together. Everything kind of looks the same or similar. This problem does not exist in Dead Space 2 whatsoever. You're going from like a mental facility, like a mental ward, to like a shopping mall, and you're going back to the Ishimura, but it's like after everything happens, so it's all like, covered up, but it's like, it's destroyed. And you're going to like, oh my god, the church section was so sick, man. Fuck's sake, the church section might actually be one of my favorite levels in like any game ever. That was so sweet looking and playing. Like, the thing is, Dead Space 2 is not one of these games where it's like style over substance. Like, this shit rocks, okay? Honestly, like, if you haven't played this yet, you have to. You don't even really have to play the first game to play this one, because like there's a little recap. Obviously you should, because the first game is awesome too. But oh man, I really think this is like a must play game. Like, absolutely it is. And it's not even like the PC port is like fine in this scenario too. It's not even like Dead Space 1 in that aspect either. Like, the PC port is pretty excellent. Like, I played it and had a really good time with it. But I did install the patch. But from what I've heard, it works fine on PC out of the box. Oh, and the revamped Zero-G sections are so good. Like, the Dead Space 1 Zero-G sections are fine enough, I suppose. You kind of just like aim wherever you want to land and it works. But Dead Space 2 Zero-G is sick. You get like full 360 degree movement in like the air. You fly around, you like, oh man. I don't know, man. You're just like I don't know what else there is to say, man. Like, the horror elements were ramped up, and like the imagery of like Nicole with like the fucking glowing eyes and shit, and just the atmosphere of everything. There's new weapons too. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really use the new weapons because I kind of just stuck with the plasma cutter, because I mean, that's the most fun gun in any Dead Space game, because you just like chop off limbs. It's so much fun. But the new weapons are pretty cool. It's really just more from the first game, but just like better in every way, There was not one section in that game where I felt like, oh, this sucks. Like everything was just 100% the entire time. The game's pretty good length too. It's like 8 or 9 hours long, spread across 15 chapters. Another thing I forgot to mention too, Isaac speaks in this game, whereas he didn't in the first game. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it when it's a silent protagonist, like in Dead Space 1, because it's like, it speaks for itself. But Isaac's voice actor in this game rocks. Like, it's amazing. His character, like, you know, usually when a silent character gets like a voice, it's usually like some annoying shit, like they're saying like one-liner quips and it's fucking just annoying and cringe. But Isaac's voice lines in this game are just top-notch, man. Like, the performance is so good, man, from everybody. You know, Ellie's did a good job too. You know, if I had to criticize one thing about the characters, I guess it would be that director Tideman didn't really feel like all too big of like a threat or like a villain in this game. Like, he only really like poses much like adversity like a couple times in the game. He's not like a constant threat. The actual villain of the game is the marker. It's not really Tideman. Tideman's kind of just like a little nuisance, I guess. Like, I feel like we could have had a stronger villain here, like we did in Dead Space 1 with Mercer, right? Like, he could have, I don't know, but it really wasn't an issue, because with this game, the main draw is the atmosphere and the combat, which, like I said, is just like some of the best I've played personally. But yeah, man, just like an incredibly solid game, like one of the best games I've ever played in my life, to be honest. Like, oh my god, it's so good, man. There's not, like, I can't say enough about it. But yeah, you need to, if you haven't played this, it goes on sale for like $5 all the time on Steam. You have to get it and play it. It's so good. But yeah, that's about all I have to say now. So, see ya.